Compose an inspiring article, blog post, or video. In it should be expressed of what church you dream. You will invite others to dream with you and give you a reaction. That is the assignment for my studies in missional church building, and I had a very hard time with it. For a long time I was unsure why, until I talked to God and realized it does not seem important to me anymore, of what church I dream. I want to know, however, of what church Jesus dreams. After all, the church is His. So I asked Jesus the question, Lord, in case you were willing to build church with me, what church would you dream of? Then I see a church that strives and lives for the salvation of all creation. For it is written that God's salvation is for all creation, not just man. I see a church that is a place of rest and healing for all creatures, and not just on Sunday. Church as a good example of dealing well with creation. I also see a church discovering again that creation is a great natural resource to reconnect people to their Creator. She discovers this in a time where people have trouble finding God through the Bible and traditional church services. I see a church that finds new ways to let God's message get into our hearts and not just our heads. In a society focused on occupying our heads, the church is not just the next place where we wreck our brains on Sundays. She is a place where people can experience the good news with mind, body, and soul. More concretely, I see a churchyard where creation and Christian spirituality come together. I see nature experience church services in garden and stables. Flowers are being planted while marveling at God's creativity. Sheep are being fed while speaking of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. Trees are being taken care of while reminding each other how much time healthy growth takes. And through these church services, a beautiful place is created where people and animals find rest and healing. I see thus a church that does not preach the salvation of all creation, but lives it. A church that becomes a place where everyone can sense the rest that Jesus promises to us. This church is called the King's Yard, for in this place the King of Kings is being served. That is what I saw when I asked this question. Now my assignment says that I should gather your reactions. And you know what? I'm really excited about them. How are you moved by the King's Yard?